Gonda, what's up, people? Hey guys, real quick. Today's the Thursday, March 10th, 2020. Anyways, guys, came back from Mexico City. I was there Friday and Saturday, 2 days, real quick, to buy a lot of stuff from local artists of Tenochtitlan, Tualacata. I can't really pronounce it; it's a certain way for the Nahuatl language. Anyways. And these are from Aztecs artists. This is an example. It's a tequila shot. It's an Aztec Obsidian Aztec Warrior tequila shot. That's Tenochtitlan. Now this one broke during when I was on the flying back, right? Because they don't know how to take care of our baggage. Anyways, it was gonna go 50, but I think I'm just gonna keep it now. I'll fix the parts and then I'll keep it. It's beautiful, obsidian, beautiful. Tequila shots, badass. Anyways, guys, and that's the stuff I sell online to help artists. Most of the money goes to them, and for me, it helps grow this progressive movement. Anyways, guys, into this video, more into it, guys. Yesterday we've been talking about climate change and ranchers. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the farming side. The farming side does a lot of bad for the environment too. It requires a lot less. It does release a lot less gas emissions, but it still does, especially when it's for commercial use. And depending on those, because there's palm oil, which is probably one of the biggest things that they're using right now around the world. It's extremely cheap and it's easy to plant. Bam. But it's requiring a lot of land. Everywhere across the country, world, especially Asia, is costing a lot. And then a lot of most of the seeds that are required to grow, to graze animals such as pigs, fish, cattle, right, require a lot of land also. And it requires a lot of clearing of trees, because cattle eat a lot. Hogs, chickens, but mainly cattle. It requires a lot, and most of these companies that sell these seeds, a lot of times they have pesticides, they have chemicals that can cause cancers and many fucking bad shit to the health, right? Not just to us, but also it fucks the environment up. Most of the time, the soil can only be used so many times before it can ever be used again. Okay, that's the cause of these chemicals and pesticides. I'm sure they had a good reason. Probably was to keep the bugs and viruses away, right? And to grow more and faster. Because a lot of these seeds are engineered, right? They're not natural seeds. Right? They've been specifically engineered to grow faster, bigger, and exactly, right? And to have less diseases and be able to withstand colds, right? And it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It has some pros and cons. Still, I think we still have far way to go, but it's a good direction. We just need to keep pushing. Okay, guys. But these companies that own these seeds are 4 bigger companies. Bayer for medication. Okay, Spencels. I can't really pronounce it. And let me look at the other two, because the other two are not well known. Real quick. Producers. Bev and Signecta. Alright. And those seeds can be for the US, it's mainly what they call what is that? Just regular grass or whatever whatever cattle eat. I keep forgetting, but for that, most of the part, it's gonna be that here in the United States, and corn. I know this because I was a truck driver. Been there. You're gonna see fields and fields of fields. If you don't see cattle, you're gonna see fields of fields of fields of what cattle eats, right? And that's all across the country. That's Texas, Colorado, New Mexico. Fields and fields, especially in those rural states. Wyoming, North Dakota, like those states, they're specifically used just to grow shit for the cattle, right? and it seems to be like the cattle is in Texas, Kansas, New Mexico area over here. And they still grow that shit here in Texas, but like I said, cattle eat a lot, and they pretty much there isn't enough food to feed these cattle, these animals, right? And it's causing a lot of greenhouse gases. Anyways, guys, but the point with this farming is that it's a good direction we're going to, but it's dangerous. These companies, aside from producing the seeds for farming, these companies have been linked to produce many products that cause a lot of cancer and fucks the environment up. And Bayer owns Roundup. It was fucking up a lot of shit, giving a lot of cancer. That's that chemical that you use to kill weeds around the neighborhood or your house, grass. It was not just killing weeds; it was killing your grass. It was killing the soil. It was spreading cancer. It was spreading a lot. And for a long time, they avoided doing this, avoided telling people, and they paid a lot of people to shut the shit down. And eventually, they got sued, and now I think they're starting to own up to it and trying to change the chemicals, the compound in the chemical, to make it more eco-friendly. And still, I advise everybody to see what they're buying. I always advise to be a smarter producer, a smarter consumer. You don't have to be every single thing you buy, man. But the best way to do it is to buy from companies, from stores that usually deal business with good small business, right? They're very responsible. Like HEB, example, is a big store and is one of the biggest retailers in Texas for groceries. They usually are pretty picky on the companies they let into their stores to sell their products. Usually they have to be economic. They're usually small pop shop, and they have a pretty good stable base, right, of customers, reviews, and that it's safe, right? And then again, that's good because it's good for the small businesses, for the community, and for everybody, right? Great for HEB too. And that's the way you do it. Guys, you're not going to be able to do every single item, but it's a good thing to know about it, right? And unfortunately, a lot of these big companies, it's almost hard not to do business with them because they've grown so fucking big, and they pretty much have monopolized a lot of areas and taken over a lot of competitors, where they're the only business, right? They're the only store that you have to do business with, or you're fucked. Amazon took a lot of online stores. Walmart took a lot of stores out, to a point that, and they're so cheap and so abundance, and that we're not getting paid enough at work. It adds up to that. The minimum wage is low, that we have to make business with them. Not that we want to, but this is what Aguila wants to change. It's gonna give us a good, reasonable price on items that's good for the environment, good for you, and for everybody, right? Top of that, you get to save the fucking world. Alright, guys. Keep in mind, see what you're eating, see where your food's coming from, and yeah, take care.